Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Wike advocates amendment of police law. Ha ha ha. This is one of the few governors, yes, one of the few ones who has stood with NSAS. This man is a wise man, I must tell you. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and to subscribe if this is your first time. Wike is one of the few wise ones, I must tell you. One of the few wise ones. I'll tell you what. When the police immediately announced that NSAS has been disbanded, Wike, his state was set, that is Rivers State, he's the governor of Rivers State, was set to have a protest the next day. So he issued a statement saying he does not want to see any protest, blah, blah, blah. When this man thought about it again overnight, he said, hey, let me not go and shoot myself on the foot. The very next morning, he was first on the campaign, on the protest front. He even gave a statement. The youth were, and guess what? He has won their hearts. If he says he wants to go for governor again, the people will say, yes, he's one of us. There are little things to do. Show compassion, show empathy, show concern, show care. It goes a long way. You might not do more than that, but it takes guts to do that. The guy quickly went back on his word, quickly spoke and said, yes, police reform. And guess what? The youth. And now he's speaking to the federal government. Quickly, I listen to these people. Quickly listen to them. And the youths are watching. We are seeing the elders who are for us, and we know those who are against us. Anyway, guys, let's quickly hear what Wike has to say. Wike advocates amendment of police law. Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike has advocated an amendment of the law establishing the Nigerian police force to tackle current security challenges facing the country. Governor Nyesom Wike made a call while speaking on some national issue on the live television program in Port Harcourt yesterday. He stated that such critical looks at the enabling laws should be the starting point in achieving an enduring total reform of the police. Wike said, we are in a federal state system. Issues cannot be addressed by the federal government giving directives to state government. There is need for all stakeholders to look at the various laws establishing the police to determine the role of councils, state and federal government. We are at a point in our history that collective involvement is important. This is so because the nature of crime fighting today does not support a central command and control. We need to embrace the reality. Once the areas required amendment, we have to agree. The National Assembly can now be involved. The governor said the federal government was striving and debating the damage of the NSA protesters by directing state governors to take charge of tackling commands of police. State governments cannot take charge of tackling commands because they cannot employ or discipline anyone who errs. In Rivers State, we set up a judiciary commission of inquiry that indicted SARS officers. Instead of police authority punishing the indicted officers, they shielded them and even promoted one to the rank of an assistant inspector general. Now the federal government wants us to set up another commission of inquiry when the report of the last one we set up was not implemented. Governor Nyesom Wike stands and stated that he acted on intelligence to ensure that miscredit did not hijack NSAS protesters in Port Harcourt. He said if he did not support it, he would not have addressed the protesters who were demanding a change in the way the federal government conduct the affairs of the country. That is Nyesom Wike, like I told you, wise man. When he saw what was going, he saw the step the dance was taking. He said, no, if I do not join in this dance, I will make a mistake. I better join. I better not fool myself. The earlier you take shape, the better for you. And so immediately Nyesom Wike drummed the support. He was there to address the NSA people. He was in their midst. And what does that show? Solidarity. Then the young people will see that he's for them, he's not against them. Because if he goes against them, he will cause a lot of damage. This has come to stay. And our voices must be heard. It's about time. Did you know that there was a candle, this protest yesterday to stand with those who have been brutalized by police in our country? There was a candlelight procession yesterday. You need to see the crowd. You needed to see the crowd. During the day yesterday, the Muslims had their prayers. The Christians was protecting them, watching them. And it was a beautiful sight. We saw unity like we've not seen in a long time. There is more. More is coming. And this country needs to wake up. This country needs to wake up. They need to wake up. And the time for wake-up call is now. We need to wake up and hear the cry of the people. How can somebody's son, a 17-year-old boy, whatever his crime is, I'm not saying he's guiltless, okay, get me. Whatever his crime is, you are not proven guilty until you are not guilty until proven guilty by law. That is part of the Constitution and that is part of the law. This young man, whatever his crime is, okay, a policeman beats a 17-year-old boy full of life and vigor to death. Okay, beat him to death. You know the worst part of it? Hid his body, then went to bury it. The parents came, nothing. They wrote to the IG of police, up till today, nothing. That matter I'm telling you about happened in Delta State. Some of you might have seen the post. Some of you might have seen that round still going on. The parents said, okay, you have killed him, no problem. Can you not give him to us to bury? No chance. They still refuse. So what are we talking about? Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? How do we explain the matter? How? I would really like to get an understanding on that. That is what a young policeman did. And later when you see evil happening to him, you will not understand, because anybody who kills, okay, the blood is there. You will be killed as well. So these are part of the evil tending and happening in our nation. These are part of the things going unchecked. How police have gotten absolute power. And like the Englishman says, absolute power leads to corruption, leads to absolute corruption. You see, Buhari, I don't know, whatever you think you are, you better stand up to the cause of why you think you were elected. INEC told us that you won the election, but these are called trying times. And at trying times, we need tough people to stand up to the cause of the matter. You must stand up and you must defend the right of the nation. And the youth is the massive, if we have the whole nation, 60% or 70% is the youth. It's not all of you exalted in your exalted position, taking fat salaries, not caring, and you put minimum wage at how much? Have you heard the amount of police are receiving? You will understand why they go to the road to collect bribe. You will understand it, I'm telling you. It's not a yardstick to support them, but you will see what they are going through. Leave us a comment. God bless you. Bye for now. Have a good day. Bye.